How to use Zillow to find your very first wholesale deal in 2026 as a beginner. What's up, YouTube? It's Matthew here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to share my screen with you all right away on how to use Zillow in order to wholesale real estate. All right, so I'm here on Zillow and I typed in the city, Indianapolis, Indiana, and we're going to find a wholesale deal. And this is exactly what I would do to find wholesale deals, because recently I bought 2 deals off the MLS multiple listing service. Different websites like Zillow, Realtor, Redfin, all these websites, they show what's on the MLS essentially. So when I say MLS, I'm talking about these websites essentially. So you find every home that's for sale, that's listed by a realtor, or even for sale by owner, or auctions, foreclosures and things of that nature. So in Indianapolis, so what we're going to do first, we put in our city. There's around 3,000 properties here. Now, we can even click outside the border to look at all these homes right here, right? So I'm just going to make I'm just going to draw a circle. That's the good thing about Zillow, that you can do that. And so we're going to be right here. And then what I'm going to do, this is how you find your wholesale deal on Zillow. Okay, you all? All right, let's go. I'm trying to show the whole circle. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go down here. You see, TLC, needs work, or needs work. So the reason why I'm putting that here is this is going to show listings that in the description, the agent put this property needs work. Or we could put something like investor special or TLC, right? So we're just going to click here and then we're going to see the properties. Now there only shows 13. Now it just may be agents here don't put needs work on houses that you can wholesale, right? Or they use another phrase, and so you can play around. Maybe it's just need work, or instead of TLC they actually spell it out, tender love and care. And so you just play around with those keywords. And by the way, you all subscribe to this YouTube channel. A lot of you watch these videos, but are not subscribed. I hope you all appreciate that. I just get right into this video. So like and comment down below. So let's see what they have. So right here, we have a house for $150,000, 3 beds, 2 baths house. Oh my goodness, look at this house for $150,000, y'all. Okay, possible short sale. But is it a short sale? It's not. 3 bed, 2 bath, 2 living. Seller cannot accept land contract offers and does not want to entertain subject to offers. Cash offers ideal, no FHA, USDA, VA. Short sale has not been approved yet, but communication with the lender has started. So this is essentially a pre-foreclosure. All right, you all. And so you can find them directly on the MLS, on Zillow. So you have this house here. Let's take a look. All right. Nice exterior. The brick look good. Okay. Floors need to be redone. Paint. New fixtures. Seems like your classic 3-2 ranch style house, right? You have your dining room area right here with the sliding doors outside. 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms. I think this is the 3rd bedroom. 1 bath here and another bath here. The roof doesn't look bad too. So these are some of the things I look at. All right. Now this is in the outskirts of Indianapolis. So what I'm going to do here, so we're right here. I'm actually going to look a little bit right here, see what that you have. Okay, we're across a cornfield, and it's so this might not be the ideal location. That's why people are not buying it. It seems like there's commercial building right here. There's a farm right across the street. But what we're going to do, we're still going to comp this property and just see what houses sold for around this area, right? Because this is very important. Is $150,000 too high? Another thing we're going to do is, they have acreage, almost a whole acre here. And then let's look at the history. So sold in 2011 for $130,000. And they listed it for sale. They tried to sell it since 2018, it sounds like. or they sold it in 2018 again. But once again, oh, this only took about 2.5 months, and this has been listed for about 74 days for 2.5 months again. So we'll see. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of look at where it's at. So it's right here. So I'm going to zoom into this area actually, right? And then all I'm going to do, I'm going to clear these filters, and I'm going to look at sold properties in this area. And then we remember it was a 3-bed, 2-bath home. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at properties that were sold around within the past 12 months. So that's what I did. Now this area is a little bit rural. Let's try 24 months and see what happens. But yeah, here we go. So we have a property here. I know this is right here and this is right here. So the area is a little bit different, and that's something you have to look out for, because, for example, that property is by a commercial building across a farm. People may not be as interested in those type of properties, all right? But for the example's sake, we're using this as a comp. You see this property is updated, it's renovated, it looks nice, and it's sold for $289,000. And so the other house, they're actually for $150,000. And so that seems like a decent price. That, look, it sold, boom, at $289,000. Now this is a better neighborhood, so I wouldn't use this exact comp if I'm really going to, wholesale that deal. But if that other deal was close to around this house, this would be my comp, $289,000, right? And so from there, let's go back to that other property. Let's just look at some more examples first. Let's do that. All right, we have another property. It's not updated, but it's sold for $285,000. And then let's just go more here. Let's see what houses around here sold for. All right, we have a 3-2 right here. Now this is a 2-level home, it seems like. And it might be, well, yeah, that other house, I think it was a 60 built home too. It has less acreage, but it's not across a commercial building or farm probably. But it's around the same area because our house was around here, right? And then we have another one, 275. So we're around the 275 to 300,000 range for that property. So that's our comp. So that's what you need to do when you're researching, because if they're listing that property for $150,000, you want to make sure, is that a good deal? Or are they actually really trying to sell that house? And so it seems like it is, because I don't know the repair costs in Indiana, right? But I'm assuming it's not extremely high. So you can get a rehab done for $75,000. You're all in $225,000, and you can sell it for $275,000. You can sell it for $300,000, right? So let's just go back to that house. We have it right here. So it was a little bit smaller than the other homes, but it's still 3.2. And then from there, we would contact the agent right here. So we'll call that number, and, home is distressed and will need work. So they're not looking for, and this is another thing that this is actually 1.5 baths. So that's another thing you have to watch out for. Sometimes they say 2 baths and it's actually 1.5. So make sure you all, comp properly, because the 1.5 is not the same as a 2-bath property. It's way less. But for the example's sake, let's just say this is a 2 full baths. You just contact this person and just say, hey, I'm interested. You could put them under contract. You can give them your contract, or if they're using their MLS official contracts, to say, hey, you have to be honest with the agent. Put and or assigns here after my name, because I'm thinking I have a group of investors who would be interested. Let me know if it's possible that I can wholesale this property, right? Just be honest now, especially now that there's more regulation, more licensing requirements around wholesale real estate. It's just better just to be upfront and honest, even with an agent. And if the agent is just feeling some type of way, just move on, right? But If you just want to, you have to establish yourself as an expert. You have to say, hey, I work with a group of investors. They're looking for homes to renovate, to sell as a rental. This house will fit in their portfolio. Can you be able to put this clause in the contract so I can be able to market the contract? I'm not marketing the house. You still make your commission. The homeowner will still get the $150,000 if we agree upon this price in our contract. I just need to market as this, and just let me have one day where I can bring my investors in to look at this property, right? And then you do that. If they're able to get that done, then it's the same routine. You have that purchase and sales agreement, and then you have your assignment agreement between you and the cash buyer. And then from there, boom, 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 you collect your check. So you just do that in so many cities. So let's just go back to here once again. And then I'm going to reset all filters again. And then instead of needs work, I'm going to put TLC. And you see TLC is 150 properties compared to, needs work, which is it was around 15, I believe. So you have so much more. And now we can go more in Indianapolis. So for example, we can go here and look at this property. They say this property needs work, right? And it's empty. It looks like it does need work. 305,000 does sound pretty high, but I don't know that area. You have one Garfield Park. These areas, so this house is $165,000. That's insane. $165,000 for a 3-bed. I wonder how much these can rent for. They said, you can get good rental rates here. So this can rent for, look at $1,600. This doesn't even look like, now I'm looking at it as a rental, not wholesaling, but this hits the 1% rule. Essentially, you can get $1,650 for this. It's a 1-bath property, 1.5 bath property. And it doesn't look horrible. It doesn't look like it needs a ton of work, but they put TLC in the description for a reason. Let's see. They did all these updates. Home needs TLC and is priced accordingly. Excellent opportunity. So it does need some work. We don't know what it is. Maybe some flooring issues, maybe some, roofing issues, some leaks here and there. So be careful. It may look good, but you never know. So that's what I would do. I would look at these houses, and let's say I'm only looking for 3 beds, 2 baths properties. Okay. Now we narrowed down even more. I found this other property right here. It's $132,000. It's a great home for investor, handy homeowners sitting on spacious lot. It's a spacious lot. It's full of potential. Boom, boom, boom. Sold as is. Another house. So this is 3.2, and let's make sure this is 2 full. 1.5. There's a lot of 1.5 baths here. Oh my goodness. Let's see what else they have. I can guarantee you this might be 1.5, but this is a big square footage. Yeah, 1.5. 1.5 bath. All right. So we have properties here. Okay. Well, this is $299. This seems like it's right at market value. And so that's the thing you have to look at. So this house right here, I'm just curious. This says it needs TLC. Or maybe a motivated seller. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe you used to say TLC because that's a renovated home. But yeah, that's how you would use Zillow in order to wholesale properties. All right, you all. Hope you all enjoyed this video on how to use Zillow in your wholesale real estate business. Essentially, yeah, you look up these properties that need work. You contact the agent. You go under contract. You have to put that and or assigns after your name as the buyer. Or you just have them put another clause saying, hey, the buyer has the right to assign this contract, right? As long as the agent on the listing agrees with that, you're good, right? Or you can give them your contract, whatever works. And then after that, that's essentially the only part and then you try to find a cash buyer. All right, you all, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll talk to you all later.